$5 too.
I do love how this is so random. I do love how Wendy's has secretly got rid of the 4 for $4.
Oh yeah, low key they did.
Low key they did.
I forgot all about this. I haven't really eaten fast food.
That's good.
In the past probably 2 years. I still hit the drive through. It is literally once a quarter. So I haven't even realized it. But you're right. It is not there. Last time I took kiddo through the drive through.
Last time we went this past weekend, we went to Wendy's before we go to Ben's house because we didn't know if he was gonna cook or when. Dog, so we got a biggie bag and it was $7. And I was like, wait a second. So now they have a $6, $7, and $8. Same 4 for $4, but it's basically
20. What is that? Is that a 25% price increase? 30% price increase?
Y'all can't put it on inflations. We got enough cows.
No, but I mean, even I used to like Five Guys, and I know people either love or hate Five Guys, but I really like their milkshakes. I used to be like, yo, get the burger. I kind of like it in the aluminum foil. You know what I'm saying? It kind of takes me back to, growing up in the country, going to the, little side convenience store.
Mike is so old.
I'm telling you, man, the nostalgia, man. I am old. I'm damn near 50, y'all. So I have nostalgia of going into the little country town, this little gas station on the corner, and they got burgers and fries in there. So Five Guys kind of gave me that back, but it was better when it was $6.
I've never ate at Five Guys. The one time I went in this is how young I am. So this is before SM Studio Movie Grill was in the Epicenter.
Yeah.
It was the Five Guys there.
Yep.
And Five Guys is the only place I can go to in the Epicenter because I wasn't 21 yet. And so I remember we go SMG had just first gotten there. Has just gotten there. And then so we went to Five Guys. I'm like, let's eat before we go in the movies. Man, I saw them burger prices for $8. I said, man, if y'all don't get me up out of here. But this is back in the day when Wendy's had Junior Bacon cheeseburgers was $1.
Exactly. And, in the Epicenter of Five Guys was more pricey. The rest of them, they were $2 more than everybody else because it was, in Epicenter or whatever. But
now they should have done you.
Yeah, Epicenter. I mean, what are they going to do with that now?
Apparently they hit me up, and I say they hit up a bunch of small businesses in the city. It was like, hey, do y'all want to come up here? But it's like, I don't like when we present business opportunities to people that we know they cannot afford.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're trying to do this so we can say, hey, we're trying to help small businesses. But it's like,
gotta ask for a city grant, man. Be like, yo, I could do it, but I need a city grant for the whole amount.
And I promise I get foot traffic here. I promise I do my job.
Yeah.
It was only one place here where Eastland Mall used to be. That's changing. They putting a sports complex out there. That's going to be the last thing they put out there. But they have residentials. It's a church out there. It's senior living facilities. It's town. So I'd say residentials. They're going to have restaurants and businesses. And I was at a meeting. I was invited to a meeting for that. And it was whatever you could pay for rent.
Have they started that yet? Because I think that was supposed to be where the soccer team was doing a training facility, right?
Yeah, when they got rid of that. So what they're going to do is I guess the junior soccer league. Yeah, they're gonna let them practice out there and do stuff.
Okay, that's dope. I might need to look out there because that's like little Colombia, little Nicaragua right now on that side of town.
Really? Sometimes you can see what somebody throwing out there, but you nah, he ain't gonna do that.
He ain't gonna go there.
Yeah,
I like the area. Not gonna lie.
And speaking of a business, so let me tell you about. I was about to say we got a Google payment. What we do? Hey man, Google, please send us all the money you want us to have,
please.
So I was telling Mike off the mic, it's odd when you see somebody you beefing with online in person. Right? And y'all know me. I guess God is showing me you keep talking. I didn't let you run into two people. What's my favorite line I told you last week? Sometimes you got to ask yourself, how many times is God going to let me be stupid?
Yeah. So you done ran into somebody again. Come on.
So for y'all that don't know, I ran into the chick who said that a dude hit her up on a dating site, was like, yo, you want to stay with me? She was like, no, but I still went out to eat with him, even though he was a red flag. And then she clowned him. And I wrote on her comments, yo, for a free meal, women ignore red flags.
Yeah.
It has 1,200 likes. I'm the most liked thing on her thing. So by this time, she had 6,000 followers. So if one person got 1,200 likes on one comment, and then they cussing me out. So I ran into her on Father's Day. But I knew Reg wasn't going to let nothing. My dad is a quiet diffuser.
Yeah.
But he'll let me get punched before he'd be like, all right.
Like my boy probably earned this one.
Yeah. And then
so they need to get it off.
And then my sister was too close to her, but my sister, this bitch so big, she is sit on my sister in her. So I'm like,
you can't say that. I swear, Gavin, I don't think you should really say that.
So I saw this. But when I saw her, she rolled her eyes and turned her head. So I was like, oh shoot, all right, that's her. I could have got folded. So then last night I ran into a guy and we had an interesting conversation. So me and Mike was talking about Threads and how we love it.
That's not what I said.
What's your problem with Threads, man?
It is beyond the toxic level that I'm used to having to endure online.
I like it. So there was a girl who
everybody's upset over there.
Oh, absolutely. You go get your stuff off on Threads. So there was a girl and she made a comment. She said, men who are financially stable don't complain about doing nice things for women they're interested in. I said, women love tricks and simps, but will never call it what it is. The dude who's from Charlotte, who knows me, who has my number, follows me, comments, if you ain't got it, just say that. You sound bitter and red pill.
What the hell?
So now y'all know I'm getting in my mic bag.
So
I'm like, but then I have to decide, do you got the time or do you have the time? And I had the time. So I commented back. I say I'm married and I'm watching the game turn into bums, tricking on diet sex workers, cosplaying as real women who don't like them or want them. The game ain't changing. It's just evolving. Very Mike-like, if I'm being honest. It sounded good. I was actually proud. I was going to send it to you. Then, you know what this fool said? He said, nah, you sound hurt. Sex workers are real women. They play an important part in our community. All things should evolve. Cleanse yourself from the red pill rhetoric. First of all, let me tell y'all something. Episode 3, what did we say about sex workers?
Sex work is real work.
Okay, so don't y'all come to me ever on the internet talking crazy.
We've never been anti-sex work on this pod.
And do not gaslight me or whatever the girls say. It ain't gaslighting, but they use it gaslighting wrong all the time. But don't try to twist my words.
Yeah. You're building that straw man argument, right? You know what I'm talking about. Don't try to act like I'm talking about something else.
So I get a little sassy though. This is not the pipe that Mike likes about me. I get sassy. You reaching so far, you can't even comprehend how this conversation started. I had to do it because he pissed me off, right? I said diet sex workers cosplaying as real women, because if they was real, then you boys would have to accept that y'all are simps and tricks. If you support simps, relish in it. Every pod we admit that y'all out of control, but
y'all are in charge.
So then last part of it, he said, he repeats, oh girl, men who are financially stable don't complain about nice things for women they're interested in. He said, you a married man, love tricks. Women love tricks and simps. I stand by that comment. And you know what I wrote? Hey, you got a big dog. I'll see you around the city.
Yeah. I mean, look,
I'm going to see you.
Women do love simps and tricks
and
to simp and trick off on, but they do not love them for real. And that's the frustration, is because once they've gotten tired of the simping, right, now they want the sophistication, right, the masculinity. And it's like, sometimes you can't get back to that because you got that stench of diet sex work on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that's a real thing, and men aren't stupid. The fact that men do not say things like, let me tell you something that men are really good at. Men are really good at pretending to be a little blind and a little deaf.
Okay.
Right? Like, men are really, really good, especially in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really good at being like, I would just pretend I didn't hear her, or I'm going to just, I saw something and I'm probably going to overreact, so I'm just going to act like I didn't even see it. Like, whatever, right? Yep. But keep it moving. And I think sometimes people confuse that as in like, yo, I'm getting away. I'm getting over. And it's like, yo, it's not that case. So when y'all do run across dudes that finally take the time to explain to you what's going on, you think that he's controlling, or you think that he's, a dick, or he's offensive, or, or you mislabel him right now. He's a misogynist. And it's like, this is actually somebody that actually just cares enough to actually finally tell you what's going on. Like,
yeah, I felt bad because when I was hanging out with them old niggas, I had a conversation with them. I said, it sucks because if you're not kin to me or we not involved, I probably won't tell you the truth. Yep. Because I have to ask myself, is it worth it? Is it even worth, and I hate when people say, yo, I got real friends that'll tell me the truth. Like, sometimes your real friends will just be like, yo, I got other stuff that's more important, right? I got life going on. Or you know what? I've been knowing you so long, no matter what I say, you don't care. you ain't gonna change.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It's like a lot of people think people are telling the truth, and they're really, really not. Like I am notorious for. I tell people all the time, like, yo, I never hear about stuff when it's happening. Right? I hear about it when everything done fell apart. They can't get it back together because anybody knows they come to me. I'm gonna be like, all right, well, this is your part in it. Like you're not somebody who could just come to me and just be like, yo, somebody doing something to me, and I just be like, oh yeah, let's talk about them. It'd be like, oh, you played this whole role, right? Like I'm not
you
shocked.
slept with his best friend.
Yeah, it's not shocked you where you at right now.
Look, shout out to the shorty. Let me do it like this. I'm gonna save it. I got a question for you, but I want to know. I'm gonna give you time to think on it. What is the greatest time you ever gaslit a woman?
Greatest time. I mean, it would definitely be in my youth. Like, I mean, so it would definitely be in my 20s. Because once I got older,
that's how you're supposed to start it.
Yeah, I mean, I always was just. I'm always the type to try to tell the truth. Now, I'll tell you something I used to say all the time that was incorrect. Right when I was going through it. My last real relationship. Yeah. I had to say, like, yo, I'm responding like this because of what you've done.
Yeah,
right?
You said that on here.
Yeah, and like so and to me that is sort of a form of passing, the buck. Because I realized, like, yo, nobody can make me act out. If I'm acting out, it's because I want to act out. Yeah. So I guess I could kind of say that's a little bit of gaslighting. But I would say probably the biggest gaslight, it would definitely be college, right? It would definitely be like, yo, you're the only one, right?
Oh, why?
you, and like they know they're not the only. Like, yo, why old girl looking at you like that? And I'm be like, man, I don't know why she look at me like that. I don't even know, like, who? So that probably like the last time where I really was like trying to play with somebody in their face.
I definitely played a girl. So I got caught. Tough world to be in, man. I got caught. I got hit up. So I'm like, my phone go off, and girl was like, yo, you in South Carolina right now? And I'm like, nah, I'm passing through. So she was like, what's up with that? And I'm like, nothing. I just passed through, stopped and got some gas. I kept it moving. And so it was funny because this is back when Foursquare was popping. Yeah. But this is when Foursquare, like, you remember Foursquare used to be popping, but it would push all your information to like Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, but then you have to check in manually to do that?
So I checked it. I used to always check it in Columbia. That's why I don't like Columbia now. So I checked in Columbia at a gas station, ran into a shorty. Shorty gave me a kiss. Oh. And she checked in. Yeah. But it was all linked. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I turned it off on Twitter and Facebook. So I'm cool. I'm thinking I'm cool. And she goes, yeah. I noticed that you didn't check in on your way home. So I went on your Foursquare and you kissing some girl in a gas station. I was like,
dang, bro.
I said, yo, well, me kissing women ain't no different than you sharing a blunt with people. And I went on a long explanation like, yo, your lips go where somebody else's lips, so y'all might as well swap. And it's saliva. I was like, I don't see the difference in me kissing.
That was 100% terrible, Gavin. 100%.
I think she was high at the time because she didn't understand what I was saying. Yeah. Plus, it didn't make no sense.
I mean, look. I do enjoy a good ridiculous gaslighting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Not a believable gaslighting, but like one way where you trying to make me believe though. I actually enjoy like I know you lying, but keep going. Let me see what your imagination like.
And no, I no longer speak to that woman. And the joke is now my wife clowns me about speaking to both of those women all the time. Yo, because my wife used to always say, like, yo, you go too far to get laid. Like,
you're trying too hard.
Yeah, she said, you travel too far.
Oh, you travel too far.
This is before me and her ever got involved.
Oh, got you.
But I think that was her way of throwing the alley. Like,
she putting it up at the rim for you. You just missing it.
Blind and deaf. Blind and deaf is the word of the day. All right, here we go. Oh, gotta let it in there.
Parents ever like?
I didn't really care about it. I'm not.
So you added this. I was gonna leave the sisters alone today.
She probably saying your parents racist. Is what she's trying to say.
I'm just saying a lot of times white parents don't necessarily want to see their kids with other. Oh. You get what I'm saying? He's the white race. strong.
I will be honest. I think it's a lot easier as the son bringing a black girl home than a white girl bringing a black guy home. That would hit different. So that's different. So to say one of my sisters brought a black guy home, the response might have been a little different. I always like black
women. Well, were your parents ever?
Interesting. But not, I could see it.
Yeah, but does Gary Owens need to be saying this with a bunch of blacks cackling in the background about white people parents being racist when black men are brought home with their daughters?
So are you saying they shouldn't be laughing, or Gary Owens shouldn't say it?
Gary Owens should not be saying it. A, right? B, I get sometimes you're in the moment. It is a little bit funny. Mm-hmm. So now we gotta see this fucking boat through the goddamn lock now. So I get it. So I do get that part. But Gary Owens basically saying, hey, it's easier for white men to date black women than it is for
white women to date black men.
For white women to date black men, right? Like, and then for them to miss that point.
Yeah. Oh, they missed. That's why I'm saying who you mad at. Because I'm mad at the miss.
They missed that point, right? Like, he's basically saying, like, yeah, we can kind of do this, and it ain't no issue over here.
Yeah.
But we don't. Because that's the crazy part.
Yeah, that's the deeper conversation.
Yeah, that's the deeper conversation. Because white men don't. He's saying, yo, we can, and we don't. He's saying when white women do it, it's an issue.
Yeah.
And they just chuckling.
Well, they chuckling because we miss so much. Black people have learned. And I want to be clear that it's a learned behavior that we the only community that be running to go marry somebody else.
Yeah.
This comes from the guy married to a Puerto Rican. But, that's not a conversation. And I say that to say, I told you that I used to work for Indians from India.
Yeah.
I don't want y'all to think that I'm ignorant.
Yeah.
Right? And they made it very clear. So the boss, it was a boss and his best friend.
Yeah.
They started the company. They own 24 smoke shops in North and South Carolina.
Yeah.
Right? They brung in the brother to come in. And the brother, he had an interesting idea. I'll share that later. But anyway, and then the rest of the people that came in was India. Yeah. All from India. We had a automatic 2-week break in the middle of working because they would go back home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But part of that thing was they made it known to me like, yo, our women only gonna marry us.
Yeah.
We only gonna marry them.
Yeah.
Right? Then you start talking to people. You start like a couple of my Hispanic friends, right? The girls, it's very funny when the girls like they are making them like, nah, I'm not dating my race. But the ones who don't never say it,
yeah.
Yo, we staying here.
Yeah.
I'm dating at minimum, if you not this race, you have to speak Spanish.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things like you got to be a part of that culture.
Yeah.
Asians the same way. I don't know why, but it's black folks who just like, deaf or blind. That's gonna be the title of this whole episode.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
You're like, so it was interesting. Again, I don't think he should be having that come. Now I get it, right. He was married to a black woman.
Yeah.
Probably likes black women, but the fact that he's saying that like, hey, it's being laid up for me over here. Right. And it's a little bit harder for me to date white women, right? Which is wow, to think of him saying that. But he's saying like, hey, over here, y'all kind of landed up for me at the rim. But
well, see, I didn't get that part from him. I got from him is like, hey, it was easier for me to bring somebody of color home than my sister.
Yeah. No, that's the main point. I'm definitely, going beneath the surface here.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? But to your point, though, right? He is saying that, like, yo, it was easier for me to bring a sister home than it is for my sister to bring a brother home.
That's what Hulk Hogan did.
Yeah, I mean, to the point where she said, "You leave me out the wheel."
Yeah, that's stupid.
Like that was definitely stupid. She definitely in her feelings. Definitely women doing women stuff.
Whoever
right
that
here.
8-foot Blackfoot dude that you dating, he needs to sit you down and say, "Nah, baby."
Yeah. Hold on, right? You say your dad got a $25 million estate?
Oh, we own the name.
Yeah, let's. It's fine. He just got off. He just got off the N word. My grandparents went through worse, I'm sure. Like, we're good here.
What would you do if you was Brooke's man?
If I was. Well, I don't really date non-melanated women.
Okay.
But assuming that I did.
And Brooke was there.
I 100% would have been like, for one, like I can't whoop your dad's butt, right? So it's like.
No, I'm talking about he died and she said, "Hey, I'm taking my name out the will."
Oh, we would have had that conversation way prior because I would know because like as her man, she's saying, take me out of the wheel, take me out of the wheel. I would be like, no. We are not take you out of Hulk Hogan wheel. Like he already called me the N-word.
Yeah,
like that's done. Like at least let's get some kind of residuals from it, right? Like consider it reparations, babe. Like consider it reparations. Like he's already said the word. Like we're good.
Man, I would have hit her with one of them elbows that Hulk Hogan used to do in the ring. There ain't no way you getting that off.
Yeah, I've been like, nah, babe, you got to stay in the wheel. Like I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Even though I think she still got life insurance though. Like when I read the New York Post article, which has become like the most trusted journalism since in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
because everything else is fake as hell.
Yeah,
but I think she still had a life insurance policy. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's still straight. But nah, man, get your money from your inheritance, man. That's what we talking about when we talk about generational wealth. That's part of it. So no, if I was dating Brooke, I would have been like, no, you're in the will.
Or at least, yeah. And if you don't want to, get in there, give me the trademark to his name, and I'll do the rest.
Yeah, I would do it for you though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even got to give it to me. I'd do it for you. Like, no, that's your dad. Like, you earned it. No,
absolutely.
That's your bad.
Let's start this day. Woods hit me up. It was like, yo, y'all need an intro to the pod. I'm like, we got one.
You got to stick around.
Stick around, Woods. And he mad at us.
It's 20 minutes in.
There you go.
You're a black male and you're in a jam. Hit me up. I'll get you out.
Trying to save black men.
We give black men a place to be seen, a place to be heard.
Sometimes I got to push back because be lying.
They do, but so do women. So that's what makes the pod cool.
Strap in. It's about to be fun.
Now let's begin.
Welcome to the Black Dads Club. That is Pastor Mike. I am Gavin B. This is episode 190. Just to give y'all a heads up, it's looking like a targeted date. Mimi. This is for you. The targeted date is October 7th for our 200th episode. I was wrong. I was early last week. I thought it was 190 and I got back there. I was like, dang it. And I was thinking, I'm like, can I go back and re-record? I'm like, man, nobody got time for that. So it's looking like October 7th going to be episode 200 where Mimi is going to get us the number 200 in balloons. We're just going to spend her money for us. And then, but yeah, man, I want to welcome everybody to the Black Dads Club. This is, like I said, episode 190. August 15th. What's the details, Mike? What we doing? I wish I had a drum roll.
Yeah, August 15th, we're going to have our 4th year anniversary. So for everybody that has stood with us from the beginning, everybody that hopped on in the last, thank you for y'all, for real. But everybody that's hopped on in the last 2 weeks, if you're in Charlotte, going to be in Charlotte, we will be at 3rd and Fernwood from 6 to 9. We'll have a DJ, be a meet and greet. We're going to have cigars on the patio. It is not just for men, not just for dads. Mm-hmm. Everybody come through, politic. We're going to see if we can get some of the other pods in Charlotte, inviting them out. Yeah. See if they can come through so we can network a little bit. But on August 15th, 6 p.m., 3rd and Fernwood. Please don't show up at 8:30.
Please do not.
Like, show up at 6. Show up between 6 and 7. Dress code is going to be, casual, business casual.
Unless you want to be cute.
Yeah, unless you want to, you could do cocktail. You can do full cocktail if you want to, ladies. If y'all want to grease up those calves and throw them heels, we will not be mad at it.
I love heels.
Yeah, so please, but everybody, like, feel free. Like, we will start today. I'll start posting it, make sure I put it on my page and Black Dads Club every day with the Eventbrite link. And we also will be at No Grease event on the 9th.
August
as well.
9th. Jeezy.
So you can actually, Jeezy listening party. So you can actually see us, if you like us, 2 times in a week.
Absolutely. If you like us, we can find Mike a woman, but you cannot mention the podcast. If you do, it's an automatic cutoff.
I'm good, man. I don't know why y'all keep trying to hook me up, man. Like, I'm good.
We don't want you to end up like Deandre Ayton.
I don't want to end up like Deandre Ayton either. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I like travel. Look, man, at the pod gets larger and we can start financing thing, man.
Oh, it's gonna get larger.
We'll start doing the vlogging thing, and I'll show y'all. This is what single upperly mobile black men do.
I want to do a group trip. This is years off. I want to do a group trip. Mike, we're gonna have to convince Mike to go. Everyone
thinks that I really don't like group trips, but I'm really an introvert. So look,
yeah, Mike don't like people. He don't like y'all.
So I have to recharge. So introverts just recharge on their own. That's all.
Okay.
We go out. You know what I'm saying? But like when we go out, that's kind of depleting us. So when we recharge, that's like our time, right? Extroverts are like the opposite, right? When they go out, they recharge being around people. So it's like, so I was like, yo, I would do a group trip. But when I think of a trip, I'm really thinking of recharging.
Yeah.
And the idea of just being with a lot of people being depleted for a week.
We can do top 20, 4 days.
Oh man, it's just a lot. It's anxiety, man.
You know what I realized? I suck at networking. My sister, shout out to Miss B Chanel. I don't know why I got to use her moniker, but they used it yesterday, and I was like, y'all got me messed up thinking I'm about to call her B Chanel.
Oh, you should call her by our moniker, man. Those monikers be screwing y'all up. I've been in an argument right now on the neighborhood page because everybody think I'm a pastor.
I love it. And so, but it was cool. It was a networking event for artists. I told you I saw Op there. Yeah. But I realized how bad I am at networking because the guy tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, yo, you got a dad podcast? And I was like, yeah. And it was awkward because I stared at him. Yeah. And then he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, thank you for listening. He's like, yeah. And then he asked me something. I was like, yeah. And I was just like, all right, I got to go. And I was like, and then somebody else came up and they, I had my mom with me because me and my mom got to chill together yesterday. And so he came up, a guy, shout out to Ricky, man. He came up and spoke to me and I just forgot to introduce my mom.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right. And so my mom just there looking goofy because he just walks off.
We got to get you out more, man, so you can mingle with the movers and shakers.
Absolutely. And then I'm supposed to be going to a birthday party tomorrow. I don't think I'm going though. Too much hot ass in there. I don't think I need to be there. That's the other part about growing up. Knowing where you don't need to be.
Just go with your woman.
She definitely ain't going out. Not with these young girls. And so what happened is I took pictures of a girl. She a hot girl.
Yeah.
She's pretty. But she's like, yo, me and my girl's going here. You should show up. Like, I'd love to introduce you to them. And I'm like,
might be business though. You know what I'm saying? You go there, you get more business. Like, you show up, get 4 more shoots.
Might think that these girls pay for their shoots.
Well, the guys gonna pay for it, but it's like, yo, I mean, you're gonna get paid.
No, the women take the money from the guy, pocket it, go buy the outfit, and then do whatever. Also, there is a Pop the Balloon in Charlotte, North Carolina. It wasn't an actual Pop the Balloon thing, but it's a themed event like that.
Yeah,
it's on YouTube. If y'all want to see some ghetto country ignorant stuff, please go watch it. It's on YouTube. It was amazing to watch. I did have to skip through. I felt bad. I hate doing this with my wife where it's like 2 things happen. This is what I realized, at least the one in Charlotte. The women are overweight.
Okay. Not unfair.
It's not unfair because 3 of the dudes was overweight.
Yeah. So that's normal.
And then once you dig at them, they get mean. But that's not even the issue here. The thing that noticed, 6 of them, I want to say 4 of them had kids. I think 3 of them had multiple kids. And the young girl, who's the youngest, she's 21 with a 2-year-old. And every dude popped her below. But one thing I would say about the dudes, they were so mean. The men were so mean, bro, to all the women first. Like, it was just like, as soon as that balloon got popped, it was like a shot at somebody's ego, his ego, and was shooting at him. And you know what? It was funny because 2 of the people in the audience, because before they did the last dude, 2 of the people in the audience, they told the girls like, hey, I think y'all missed 2 great opportunities. And they pointed out the 2 girls. And one of them was like, because the 2 dudes were overweight. They was hustlers. Yeah. When I say hustlers, like one was a barber.
Yeah.
I forgot what the other dude was, but they were both overweight. And the girls was like end up popping their balloons and like the last one.
I don't know why people go on that pot. Like you literally just have to be a masochist.
Yeah, I want to go on it to host, but I want people to think I'm coming out there just to see who's gonna pop my balloon. Just so I can be like, yo, I'm just hosting. I'm taking the pictures. I do want to make that. If any creator can make that happen, I want to see what's going to happen.
That's still a little masochistic.
Yeah. And then one of the dudes, he was such a Charlotte nigga. He told the girls like, I already got 2 girlfriends. I'm just looking for a 3rd. And they was kicking his back end. All the girls kicking his back end. And then when he was leaving, one of the girls like, do you have a wedding ring on? He's like, oh yeah, I'm married. And I was just like, this is so Charlotte.
But man. I mean, that's like part of the problem with dating is everybody trying to be mean, at each other, right? I'm on on another page with fucking 400 comments going right now. Because I was telling, the young guys, I'm like, hey man, like don't be afraid of shooting your shot, right? And men are terrified of shooting their shot, partly because when they do it, everybody gets mean, right?
Yeah.
So
or screenshot you.
So yeah, and one of the things I was telling the guy, so when I say shooting shots, I'm thinking in person. I wasn't even thinking about in the DMs, right? But you're right, right?
They don't talk.
They don't talk to people. So I'm like, man, like, part of shooting your shot is just, you see a beautiful woman, you speak, gauge the interest. That's it, right? That's shooting your shot. I'm not telling you to take a half court shot. I'm telling you, see if you can just lay it up and the ball goes in the hoop. Right? Exactly. People are terrified of doing it. And then, so, with this discussion, it keeps going and going and going. And I'm like, what I realized was, and I did not know this guy. So apologies. Because when I tell guys to shoot their shots, I'm thinking that, you're going up to the hoop that you can't reach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was thinking guys are shooting their shots at 7s, 8s, 9s, right? Guys are shooting their shots at mid women, right? Like, of course you're going to be frustrated if women that you should have access to are shooting you down. So when I say shooting your shot, like, I mean, like, be aspirational. Yeah, right. It's not everybody. Don't be a hound.
Nah, they shoot. And what's so funny? We watching the Pop the Balloon thing, and I told my girl, I was about to say one of my girls. Woo, Jesus. And so I told her, I said, they popped his balloon. He don't have a job. He don't have a real job. And she was like, yes, he do. He work at the hospital. I said, when have you ever heard somebody that work at the hospital say, hey, I work at the hospital? I said, they either, I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor, I'm a technician.
Well, if he work at the hospital, he might be like janitorial.
Thank you. That's what I told my wife.
Okay, so he's just like, I work at the hospital.
I said, this nigga work in the kitchen or he pushing patients around.
Yeah.
He ain't, I was like, and she goes, I would have never thought. I said, you got to read the leads, man. But, my wife been out the game longer than I have. I mean, the same time I was, oh, Jesus. Deandre Ayton, man. I'm like,
the hell wrong with you today? Good Lord, boy.
It's hot, man. You know how hot it is outside. I'm clipping that. That shit is great. Deandre Ayton was a Laker. That's all we knew. Deandre Ayton is one of my most frustrating. He's one of the most frustrating basketball players that I've gotten to witness. A man, he looked like a grown man in college.
Yep.
Played like a grown man in college. He's the only person I saw in college who tried to look like Patrick Ewing and like wristbands, an old face, like he was doing whatever. Then he goes to, it was cool because he went to Phoenix and you thinking you got him, Devin Booker, then Chris Paul comes along, they go to the finals. And he just lost himself once the final started. I don't know what happened to him and Chris Paul once the final started. Oh no, I don't know what happened to Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Paul always disappear in the playoffs.
Yeah, and never mind. Chris Paul, I love you, bro. Trey Paul, you know what's up. And so then we get to this point of he goes to Portland. Nobody cares about him.
Yep.
But recently he goes to the Lakers. Now, for all who don't know, DeAndre Ayton's still young. So having him and Luka, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? I know he's under 30. So,
I want to say he's 26. Let's look it up, though.
Yeah, so it's a cool thing. So, you got this news. LeBron might be leaving, but they got DeAndre.
He's 27.
27. So he's very young. And this is great, right? And then we get a post on the internet. And I love when you boys go out on vacation, especially when y'all go on vacation and Joe Budden's in the same area. I love it so much. But there was a comment from a young lady, and she basically said, DeAndre Ayton's security left me outside in the middle of nowhere in Turks of Caicos because I won't have sex with him. And so then the conversation became, what happened? And then we realized it was an IG baddie. I don't know what she looked like. How she look?
I mean, she all right. And she just had a baby like 3 months ago. I mean, maybe 6 months ago.
Okay. She ain't got no stomach in this picture.
I mean, Turks is right next to Miami. I'm pretty sure he's flying right out of Miami. Dr. Miami is the man.
He is. So when this happened, the conversation became, everybody know the conversation. Yo, he flew a girl out.
You flying a girl out? Are you flying her out for sex? Is there expectation of sex when you fly somebody out? All those conversations.
And then it turned into, well, look, he people started doing the lawyer games, right? We all attorneys. I'm Judge Mathis myself, right? So then became like, hey, this is smart. She denied him. He cut all communication, so it won't be anything to say after that, right? Cool, great, beautiful. But then we got the walk back. I love a good walk back.
Yeah.
And I love a good gaslight.
What did she say?
This is the greatest gaslighting of all time. You playing with us and thinking we stupid, but I love it because
we all saw your message, honey.
She said, you people need to stop with all the false rumors and learn how to read. Now that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
But I love how you starting off. I was never flown out anywhere. I paid for my own flight with my friends. We went to a party and the people I was in Turks with was part of his group. That's a good lie. She lying good.
Oh, well, I mean, she got a call. That's what she got.
Oh, absolutely. I never said Deandre himself did anything. I was talking about the local hired security. Deandre was with the people I was with.
Didn't she say in the original post, though, that she had to leave because she wouldn't sleep with Deandre?
Her original post was...
Well, she said sleep with him, right? But I think it's inferred that that's Deandre.
Well, she said Deandre's security left me outside in the middle of nowhere in Turks because I would not have sex with him. She left it up for interpretation, but like, I need the story to go viral. So
his security kicked you out because you wouldn't have sex with him. It's inferred that him is Deandre.
Yes, okay. But she clears it up.
But here. She clears it up here saying that
because she wants to gaslight us some more. Deandre was with the people. Oh, excuse me. As we were driving, no. Hold on, gotta go back. The local hired security. Deandre was with the people I was with. My friends got drunk and left me, so he politely had his security and driver drive me back to where I was staying. As we were driving, his security guard tried to make advances at me, which I declined. Things got heated. Now, I do want to pause. Y'all gonna stop getting heated with foreign people in foreign countries. They are done with y'all.
Yeah, that is true.
The man who lives in the White House in this country is making it hot for all Americans when we go out of town. They be looking for a reason.
Pay attention and do what people say in their home.
Please.
That is their home. That is not your home.
Things got heated and I was left in the middle of a pitch black street / stranded while intoxicated. The post was done out of me being in fear for my life in case anything happened to me.
So if anything happens, you just go to throw Deandre up under the bus? So if you would have showed up missing, we'd all be like, damn, what did you do, Deandre?
She denied you. What happened?
Yeah. Like, did y'all, like, come on. But this is after the Diddy trial, right? And Diddy's not a victim here. But after that trial, it just revealed a lot of things. One of the things that we're 100% sure of is if you fly prostitutes to you, that is a federal offense.
That is true.
Right? And if you fly somebody out for sex, it can be considered sex trafficking.
No, only if you coerce them. Which, if you don't, I'm gonna leave you stranded, is coercion. So you've got a point.
I mean, so it's a catch-22, right?
Yeah.
You need to be real clear before somebody gets here, right? Mm-hmm. Basically. And I think you'll see a lot more of this on social media.
Well, hold on. She clears it up for us, Mike. She's not talking about Deandre.
Well, now she's not talking about Deandre.
Deandre had nothing to do with this. It was his security / driver. Deandre was not, this is all caps, Deandre was not present at any given time. This girl done lied so much in this statement, it don't make sense. This was in fact done by local hired security from the driver from the island. 5 exclamation points.
She's never going to be able to go back to Turks of Caicos, by the way.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I didn't know it was Turks in Caicos. I was like...
I'm trying to say, what did she say? What did she call it?
Turks in Caicos?
No. What did she call it? Oh, my God.
No, she called it Turks of Caicos.
Turks of Caicos.
Yeah, she called it Turks of Caicos.
Turks of Caicos.
Yeah, first of all, you never going back there. All NBA players going to have you on their radar of like, avoid her and her friends.
Yo, but I want to let y'all know something. These countries will put you on a no-fly list if you talk bad about their country, especially if they depend on tourism. Mm-hmm. So be mindful when you go to these countries, man, of what you say. Yeah, especially on TikTok and Instagram, because they do monitor that. They do see it. I mean, like I said, one of the black vloggers, for whatever reason, do not like Colombia. I know why he don't like Colombia, because he's sassy as hell. But when he flew back, motherfucker flew into Cali and they was like, yeah, you can't come here.
Dang.
And then they had to send him to Bogota, right? They were like, oh, you can get your paperwork, flew into Bogota, but they basically flew into Bogota so he can catch a flight back to wherever the hell he needs to be.
Dang.
Like, so dude, that's Colombia. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think? Turks and Caicos doing? What do you think
Caicos gonna do?
Yeah, Dubai's gonna do, or UAE, right? These countries that are monarchies or damn near dictatorships, bro. You can't come there flexing on there. Look, do it if you're never gonna go back.
Yeah.
Like, but you can't go. Yeah,
but you need to be careful. They make your life hell while you there.
and like I said, the whole Deandre thing. I don't know. Look. Obviously, none of us know what happened, right? We know what she posted and inferred on day one.
Yeah.
And then she's saying on day two, if something would have happened to me, basically you would have thrown him up under the bus because you said he had nothing to do with it.
You said he wasn't there.
Yeah. So you basically saying that like, so if something would have happened to you, this dude would have to sit out the first half of the NBA season because
we investigating.
We investigate what the hell is going on.
It's a missing girl in Turks and Caicos.
And it's tied to DeAndre George. Not DeAndre George.
Oh, he about to be hot.
Deandre Ayton. I'm doing what she doing. Exactly. Accusing the wrong person.
Absolutely. But that's like, it was crazy. But let's get to it. Yo, if I fly you out, you got to smash. Sorry. Let's go ahead and get to it. Like,
that's illegal, Gavin. You can't say that.
No, that's not the only thing we doing down here. I mean, yeah, I guess that is illegal.
but again, right? But that's the ridiculousness of the law because obviously, if I'm a man of means, right?
Yes,
and you
are interested in me,
right? It's the chivalrous thing to do, right?
Yeah,
but it's chivalrous, right? Like, yo, I got you. Putting on a private jet if you did that, that's what she inferred in the picture. That's wild. Like she could just fly first class.
Yeah,
she could take a layover. Like y'all flying women on PJs. This is why Trevor Ariza made $116 million right now and struggling, right? Because y'all flying Instagram chicks on private jets. And I'm not pocket watcher. I told y'all with the Joe Budden thing. I'm a positive pocket watcher. I love when y'all get y'all money.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not a pocket, but if you're going to pay for it, Instagram, e-thoughts, and OnlyFans women. Like these are not professionals, bro. They're not professional. Like the lowest you should go as a professional is strippers.
Facts.
That's the lowest you should go.
Facts. And they might not go because
they might not make enough money because the strippers you want, chances are she crushing it wherever she at. So she probably like, yo, bro, I make 15, 25 here.
Yeah, I'll see you when you get back.
Yeah, when you get back. Like I can't leave.
The T app crashed and burned already. We didn't make it a week. We talked about them last week. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to get better. I ain't going to lie. I made my sister sign up so she could do some research for me. Crashed and burned. Yeah. Apparently, so I knew they wanted verification. The way of you doing your verification was you took a picture of your face, which is hilarious, by the way. Only because some chicks have stronger faces. Let me be nice, right? And like... what they
look like their daddy.
Yeah, so it's like, so what if I'm assuming maybe you are trans or you something else, you identify as a woman. Let's say you just identify as a woman. So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, Mike, come on, man, you messing this up. So let me tell y'all something.
You got a solid point, man. Go ahead.
Mike loves when I try to teeter the line of not getting canceled because he know I'm willing to do it. But Mike is like, yo, I'm not running with you through that cave. But yeah, some of them got stronger faces, right?
Oh, what if, so if you look like your daddy, or what if you don't really look like a woman, but you identify as a woman?
Which is why I think some of them girls are putting a license on there. Them bitches said verification denied.
You got to see your license. Oh my God.
So it got hacked.
Nobody's more transphobic than women, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody is more.
Yo, don't believe me? To ask a dude to talk to his girl and say, is this a real woman? Especially if that woman has had a baby.
Yeah.
They are the most transphobic people in the world. Mothers, oh my gosh. I don't care what y'all say. Them women are so transphobic. It's crazy out here in the streets.
That's why they be trying to put it on us, man, because they be trying to move the stitch away from them. But anyway, keep going, man.
Ask a mom what's a real woman. They gonna cuss you out.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so it got hacked, things, and Mike sent us, he was like, yo, people's license.
Yeah.
It always happens. Put people's license on there. What's your feelings on this?
Here's the thing. I think the idea of the T app was a terrible idea from the jump, right? Because if basically you're just saying, okay, the idea of the T app is like, hey, we want to keep women away from abusers, right? So physical abusers, and I'm assuming sexual abusers. I would not assume that we're doing it from verbal abusers, but I can't tell you how you should feel or not feel abused. So I think in that case, 100% okay, right? But the problem was that what they were uploading was basically anybody that they were upset with, right? You know, the same thing as the "Are we dating the same guy?" group, right? Same thing. So, you know, hey, I went out with this guy. Do y'all know this man, right? I went out with this guy, you know, he's a little flamboyant. You know, does anybody know what's his sexual orientation? And that isn't safety. That's gossip, right?
Yes.
And that's why it was called the T app. It wasn't called the Protect All Women app.
Nah, they don't like that.
Yeah, it was called the T app, which means that, hey, come over here and gossip.
Yes.
So you went over there to gossip.
Yes.
And y'all did what I tell y'all I don't do on this pod. We teetered one time and I left them mugs alone. Do not mess with 4chan internet. They are the most toxic part of the internet, because the 4chan guys, they're not the blue collar guys that are at work all day. No. They're the guys that are coding. Mm-hmm. that are in the office, that is weird as hell, that you low key don't know exists, right? That will go into and hack anything. And what's even funnier is when somebody had posted the founder of the app, his bio, and the dude has been in coding camp. To be fair, he is at Cal Berkeley, which is a selling point for Cal Berkeley, that in 6 months you can create the top app in the App Store.
Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously he did not know enough to not put stuff in public buckets. So overall, I think the T app is toxic, right? If a woman tells me she has it, I wouldn't date her. I mean, to be honest, online dating is to the point now where it's just so toxic. I mean, we said this like 2-3 years ago, like, yo, stop trying to date online. Like,
yeah, I feel bad for y'all.
Yeah, so that in itself is just toxic. But the whole T app debacle, I mean, y'all can't be doxing dudes on the front end, and then when you get doxed on the back end, claim victimhood. I'm sorry, it just the scales balanced out.
Yeah, so when this all came out, the whole selfie ID, that wasn't a big thing to me. What threw me off was the security of the app. Because I went to school for computer software, and I remember my second year in computer software, I used to see like certain guys who were in programming classes with me never come back to school.
Yeah.
Or they'd come back to school dressed differently. And dressed differently because they did an internship somewhere that was like, all right, now I don't dress like y'all peasants. And I remember one dude who got a mean internship with Bank of America. He came back and I was like, yo, how you get into this? And he told me whatever he hacked when he was like 8.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I ain't got no future in this damn program. Like, damn, I just learned how to clean cookies out from watching porn. Like, what are we doing here? But it's one of those like interesting ways of life. So I was just like, yo, you know, for most people don't know, I was working on a photography app a couple months ago. And part of that was they spent so much on the security of this photography app.
Yeah.
Like months and months, and you going through stuff on Amazon and, you know, all this, like, you know, first of all, nothing in this, once you be around computers long enough, you realize nothing's safe on the internet. Like if it's on the internet, nothing is secure, right? And then there's no such thing as net neutrality. People own the internet. People owns everything. So it's crazy. But I was just so shocked at that. Now, the recon I got before all this hit the fan was the app was one of the worst apps ever. And the girls was telling me this. My sister told me. She was like, yo, my sister said it's ghetto. Like it's trash below like garbage. She was like, it's one of them things like you hoping a dude that you talk to ain't been reported. Like, cause you don't want to. And I remember, and I told y'all this, I was watching one of the girls on TikTok and she was talking about like how one of the dudes, they were talking about like how good he was in bed, but he don't like to wash. And all the girls, she was like, not only was girls commenting like, yeah, that's true, but women were like, what's his number? Where can I find him? And she was just like, the fact that y'all are dirty and proud to be dirty is disgusting. I I didn't like the app. I didn't think it'd go down burning flames this quick.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised it's still. I don't think it's still kicked out of the App Store. But I think honestly, I think this needed to happen because you don't want to live in an environment where you're going to get there eventually in this country where social credit is going to be a real thing.
Yeah,
but you don't want social credit to be established by misandrists or misogynists, right?
Yeah.
You kind of want it to be established by real, actual people, but you don't want it to be established by angry people. And anytime people go to these, like, are we dating the same guy groups, the T apps, you know what I'm saying? Like, these aren't happy people.
No,
like, nobody's coming there to report, like, yo, this was a great boyfriend. I lost him. If you find this guy, make sure you do the right by him, right? Nobody's posting that.
It's like Yelp. Nobody goes on Yelp to leave a good review.
No, exactly.
That's funny. Elon Musk about to be worth $400 billion. Or he worth over $400 billion?
Yeah, he worth over $400 billion now.
Should people have this be able to have this much wealth?
You know what? That it's a catch-22. Because at one point in time, I was one of those type of people. It's like, yo, I don't care that billionaires exist. But this is the thing. No, let me change that. I don't care if billionaires exist. I think that as citizens, we have to make sure that we create governments that can always offset what a billionaire does.
Okay.
And right now, we don't really have a government that can offset what billionaires do. That is the problem, right? Because if Elon's worth $400 billion and then he dies and then there's a 75% inheritance tax, then that means the next generation has to start over. You need to be impressive as he was. You know what I'm saying? And we don't really have that right now. We have, generational wealth just keep being passed along and along, and it's compounding. So him being rich per se isn't the problem, but the fact that we don't have a nation state or even, a city state that can offset him. You know what I'm saying? Because what you don't want is these guys being richer than world governments.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to have that society where the billionaires have the private militaries, the private banks. They're kind of doing what they want to do. And then, at this point, you're just all subjugated to the matrix for real.
Absolute. Shout out to Mark Zuckerberg. You have your own private militia. You got your own currency.
Yeah, most of these guys do, right? What's this guy on Jeff Bezos? Like he bought the Washington Post for their intelligence, right? Like all those, because as a billionaire, you need to have an intelligence agency. And matter of fact, we was talking about this in a black space, and it was just like, because everybody know that I rightly or wrongly, I feel that the black community needs to split. Right.
Okay.
I think we need this. I was like, yo, we need to have the pro-nuclear family clan, and then we need to have the your life, your choice clan. Right. You can do what you want. Right. But on this side, right, there's the pro-nuclear family clan. But one of the things that I tell brothers that I was like, yo, because a lot of guys be like, oh, we need to be militaries and militia. Like, no. I was like, we need intelligence, right? We need to create a system where we can collect information as a small group so we know what's happening and what's coming. And I was like, we don't have that. So until we have that, there's really nothing we could do.
Yeah, it sucks that that's what I hope this becomes, the community aspect, right?
Yeah.
Because nothing's worse when you don't have a community.
Facts.
Like, and it's like, hey, when I come to your house, I hate those people like, hey, every time we get together, we talking business. I hate when entrepreneurs say that. It's like, bro, stop being transactional with every damn body. Like, cool. But what I do like is like, hey, we coming in, me and you gonna talk about sports. Thank God it's gonna be a high level conversation.
Exactly.
Me and you gonna talk about family. Thank God it's gonna be a high level conversation. We can debate all day.
Yeah.
Please let it be high level.
Exactly.
I love when people tell me about, yo, I'm some dude asked one of the groups I'm in on Twitter, and it was like, do y'all think podcasting is hard? And 60% said yes. The other 40 said no.
Yeah.
And I said, the 40% clearly don't have a podcast, right? And then one dude was like, hey, this is one of my favorite pod. I hear better sports topics, sports debates in the barbershop. And I said, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, barbershop talk is ignorant. I love it.
But that's the problem, right? Is that because the internet threw all of the DF students into the same room with the AB students.
And they expanded their reach further than the AB students.
Yes. Because the AB students have doubt and the idiots have zero doubt.
So they posted everything and they reaching everybody.
As if it's true.
Yeah,
so
I wish, I do wish like we can get to that. And it's like, that's what I hope this becomes. And
I think it will. And again, that's my point of view. But I think that we're at a point now where you could have several schools of thought, right? Like Marcus Garvey existed the same time that W.D. Du Bois existed, the same time Booker T. Washington existed, and like who else was in that? Patrice overseas, Mandela. So all these men exist at the same time. All of their ideals were different.
And none of the kids that's in
Malcolm X, that's what I was missing.
Hayden and Gray's generation is going to know who any of those people are.
Exactly, right?
And that's sad.
That is. And it's like, yo, these men all existed at the same time. And they all had different ideologies. But they all knew that they had to support one another, right? Like, I can't speak against W. Du Bois did not like Booker T. Washington, and I didn't like Booker T. Washington. Right when I read a lot of things, I was like, man, I don't really like it. But you know what he was absolutely correct about that we should have did as a community? It took over all the blue collar work. We, you know what I'm saying? Like we really should have taken over all the plumbing, all the roads. Because imagine if we was laying all the roads when the interstate project would have came down and no one else could have did it.
Yeah,
right. We would have created generational wealth in this country, and that was 30 years after he died or whatever. So it's like, yo, all these deals exist, and we do need to be able to take what's the good idea, right? Like, hey, Booker T, you right. Since they won't let us into colleges, we should just dominate the blue collar work, right?
Yeah.
So, but because eventually we'll be able to set the prices we want on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because nobody else will be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a real thing. One of the things about China is that they're blowing up with the EVs, right? Electric vehicles. Yeah. And one of the things that they do, right? I want one. So here's the thing though, but what they're saying that what China is doing is they basically want to force every other EV company out of business.
Yeah.
By making their shit so cheap.
Yeah.
Because they was like, once they take it over, then they can charge whatever the hell they want.
And Trump ain't finna let that come over here.
which is good, right? And here's the thing, like even the idea of tariffs per se, it would be good if it was targeted. You can't target a whole country.
Yeah.
But you could target industries when you have the highest consumer base. And I hate agreeing with anything that morons do. Right,
that's your boy.
But one of the things that I got to be able to do is understand when a moron has a good idea, right?
Yeah,
and they're just misapplying it.
Yeah,
and I think in the black community there is a time for the resurgence of black ideological men, right, that are not named Umar.
Hey, stop calling my man a scammer online because he still ain't got no school, man.
That's your boy.
That is my boy, man.
He's looking a little scammerish.
No, it ain't looking. That shit's so bad, man. I've been on. Go ahead.
But no. I mean, that's a boring topic. We'll lose listeners right now. Let's move on to the next thing.
We got to start having more evergreen conversations on here. That's not based on like pop culture.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why I want to do that is because it's going to make this pod last longer.
Yeah.
When we done, it's going to keep going and reaching new people. But no, I like that. About these tariffs. Nothing's funnier than I had to send one of our mics back, right?
Yeah.
And so I shipped it off, and I was like, so the cool thing is if you get the Amazon insurance, you know, if anything happened, they'll just send you a check and you could purchase a new one. But these mics like $150, $200 more. So if they send me the check, they gonna send it to me for what I paid for it. So I'm like, yo, if they send me the money, I ain't got the money to add on to it.
The mics done went up.
Mics done went up. The cameras is like $2,000. Because I met a lady at the NAACP.
Yeah.
And she worked for Canon. She gave me a card. She said, if you need anything, I said, can you get the tariff? She said, she cut me off. She said, boy, no. She said.
So that tariff done hit like that for real.
Bro, these cameras at least is like $1,500 more.
That is insane.
And I think in October, he's raising the tariffs again. So the problem is you have camera companies hitting you up, emailing you like, hey, the tariffs are coming. You better buy now. They making you fear purchase.
What
I'm saying? Like, hey, it's going to go up. So you better purchase now because soon you won't be able to afford it. And I'm like, I can't afford it now. So it's crazy, man. This is the Ask a Black Dad's question of the day. If you want to, you could sponsor this podcast right here.
Yep.
Sponsored by, powered by, brought to you by whatever you want to call it. It is right here for you. So what is the craziest peer pressure you succumbed to? And what's the craziest you said no to?
Craziest I've succumbed to peer pressure. Man, that one is a hard one. Because I've always, this is not me virtue signaling, but I've always been like an individualist.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what the peer pressure that I've seen the most that I'm just like, yeah, I'm not interested.
What's that?
It's people doing cocaine.
Oh yeah, powder.
Yeah, like people doing like when I got to college, I didn't see it a lot. But like once I finished college, and I started being out a little bit in the world.
Okay,
like I was like, oh, it is just like the movies. Everybody is doing coke. Like this is insane. And I never had any desire to do coke because of Lynn bias. I was a young boy doing that era, and I always like that one. That has always stuck with me.
Yeah, I always tell people when my pop showed me that, I don't know if it was 30 for 30, but whatever it was, I remember as a kid, I had to be in middle school, early high school, and I watched that, and I was like, wait a second, because mind y'all, there was no greater player, still no greater player than me than Michael Jordan. Yep. And at that time, my favorite player was Kobe. But I knew Kobe wasn't no Michael Jordan. And then when I'm watching this doc, I was like, hey, this is supposed to be the next Michael Jordan. He's maybe even better.
Yeah.
And he do a line and he overdosed and dies. I'm like, oh, I'm never touching that. Yeah. And I've never touched it because of that movie, because of that doc.
Yeah.
Also.
So the biggest peer pressure I've ever succumbed to, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of chicks out there that convinced me to not wear a condom. Like that would probably be the biggest pressure I've succumbed to.
You know, this is so childish, but when I was a kid, it was funny. I was in fourth grade, and I was always an individual too. Yeah. But I was the one that if I was gonna do something with you we shouldn't be doing, I was gonna figure out all the weak points so we don't get caught. And we stole. It was one of them days at school where we was bringing snacks for a party. And so we was in the classroom, and one of the girls, we was hungry. One of the girls had the cookies in her bag was hanging out. And I'm like, yo, we could just eat these shits right now. And one of the boys was like,
greedy little kids, bro.
One of the boys was like, let's get it. And shout out to Megan, man. I'm sorry. I never told you this. I know your last name starts with a W, but
y'all ate all the cookies there.
You don't want your name out there. Yeah, we ate them shits, man. Them shits was good. And then what happened is, but I didn't account. The whole thing was figured out, right?
Yeah.
Didn't know one of the boys in our team, a part of the thieving team, was a snitch. And he folded. He didn't even get caught. He just got like emotional and was just like, we shouldn't have did that. He went and told the teacher on all of us. All of us lied. He told the truth.
That's a good kid, man.
And then finally, I looked at him and I was like, yo, you a bitch. Like, I was just thinking that. And then, you know what? I told the teacher, I'm like, yeah, we did it. Like, it was cool. And then we got in trouble. I got a good whooping. And a great one that night. Like at least top 5 from my dad, right? Top 5. And I just remember, you know what I realized? That kid, so we used to go to school together. And he lived in my neighborhood. He literally stayed 5-10 houses down from me. He rode with us maybe once or 2 more times. He never rode with us again. And like, for me, I was just like, well, you know, I know in his mind, his parents like, oh, Gavin Steele.
Yeah.
Not knowing that he ate more cookies than anybody, right? And then I know my dad was just like, yo, if all y'all gonna do something stupid and he gonna be the one that fold, you might not want to be around him.
Yeah, you might not want to hang out with him. Yeah.
And like, and you know, it's funny. And plus, we black. There's only 2 black families in the neighborhood. Yeah. When only one of the black families is a thief, you gotta be like, all right, nigga, he gotta go. But yeah, definitely top 5. And shout out to Megan, man. I remember Megan was sitting beside me and she was just like, she told one of the girls.
What kind of cookies were they?
It was like some regular sugar cookies. We was just hungry, man. Oh no, they was soft baked chocolate chip. And that was one of the things, I ain't never really had soft baked cookies before. So I
can't believe y'all ate all of them.
Yeah, man, we was hungry. And it was jacked up, man. And so I really don't rock with him. Shout out to you, Daniel. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but yeah, definitely did the right thing.
Man, F him. And then definitely coke. Like, I've been out. Nothing's worse than when you become a photographer and you notice people in their vices that you photograph. Yeah. And I remember, I tell the story all the time. I was in Vegas one time. I was doing a shoot and a girl pulled out a bag and she was like, you want to do something? And she made a line.
Yeah.
She was already doing bumps. And then she made a line. She was like, this one's for you. This one's for me. And I was like, no.
Yeah. I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
And then she hit me with the classic line. What? I wouldn't give you nothing bad. I'm like, bitch, I don't know you.
Yeah, I don't want to do coke. I don't know what the benefits are. I know it keeps you up.
Yeah, you get bouncy, man.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just a stimulant, like
I'm good.
I'm good on that.
Yeah. All right. Oh, speaking of coke, I love when our stuff comes together. But shout out to everybody that does do coke. I don't judge. However, I don't want any. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want any. All right, here we go.
George was done. I mean, he was.
Come on, Boosie Collins.
You know, the crack, he was cooked. You know,
how scary is that to witness firsthand?
Well, I tell you like this: we were in Florida, and we would try. What we would do would go to Florida, Miami, fishing out on the yacht.
See?
Fishing. I like it, Bootsy.
Girl, this is one time it wouldn't be a freak show. It would be more like, we're taking our ladies out and vacation.
You just snitching?
Write a little bit. I would have a guitar.
That man, so he writing and doing music. He ain't doing no BS.
So we in the hotel, and he said this is when he first started doing the pipe. He said, hold up, let me go in the room here. We'll go down and get the boat in a minute. I'll be right out. And I didn't know what he was doing. So he goes in the room. Then he comes out and he said, I don't ever want to see you doing this. And I'm like, doing what? In front of me.
I don't like the old people snitching on people. And shout out to George Clinton. That's North Carolina right there.
Hey man, Hunter said it was a cleaner high last week. So maybe George Clinton just ahead of the curve. Hey, going off what Hunter said. Hunter's a Yale educated person.
He is.
So he says it's a cleaner high. George Clinton was intelligent.
And he from North Carolina.
Yeah, and he from North Carolina. So I'm gonna take George Clinton and Hunter at their word. Again, Coke isn't. I don't need a stimulant. But if I need to be up, I'll get enough rest during the day.
Nah, you got to do what you got to do. Ain't crack? Don't it stink?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They used to do about our old studio. You know that.
That was wild.
Whenever me and Mike do our documentary, we gonna take y'all where we used to pot at. Y'all gonna be like, ain't no way,
man. I'm talking about you gotta watch where you stepping out there.
Yeah, on anything.
Yeah, on anything.
Yeah, look, a person. Hold on.
When people cheat, it's with people in their work.
For sure. That's why when y'all be playing with that work wife shit, it's like, you better be careful. You gotta be careful. All my wife got a work husband. What? Y'all can say I'm barbaric. There's some shit y'all be letting fly that I do not get. And then the friend, you see the friend's reaction?
No, they knew the deal. That's what I'm saying. They was laughing. Like the whole shit is fucked up because when they got caught on the humble, first of all, how do you? It's one. The friend was in on it because the friend is laughing. The girl at least turned her head. This dude tried to
duck down.
Have you ever cheated with somebody at work?
You gotta stand up in it.
Well, cheat, you gotta be in a relationship. So no, I'm not really a cheater. Now, have they been cheating with somebody? Yes, I have been people that have been cheating. But I always say
he's stuttering.
I know stutter, right? Don't shit where you sleep and don't shit where you eat.
Absolutely.
So that's the whole thing. But I will say this though, I think the workplace is a good place to meet people now. I really do. And I know that traditionally has not been the case, but I think that with online dating just like torpedoing itself and with so many people really not working in the office right now because, of hybrid schedules and things like that, I do think now, right?
Yeah.
Is a better time to actually meet people at work because you're not really running into them. So it might be more social events, happy hours, things of that nature, company events. When the whole don't date people you work with, that's when you're in the same office every day, same people paying attention to y'all every day. The potential for things to just go messy is just way high.
Yeah.
Right? Because somebody paying attention to what you're doing. Man, every time Gavin leave, I see old girl leave, right? Mm-hmm. But now, like I said, with hybrid schedules and stuff, you can kind of get it off a little bit better. My whole thing was not to do it because it was messy.
Yeah, because once y'all do go to a bad space, and I've worked at a hotel where everybody's sleeping together, everybody talking, or you just married a person like me. When y'all fall out, one of y'all quitting.
Yeah.
And that's sad. That I have a good job, I'm good at my job, and
now you don't have to because you can work on Monday, Tuesday, she can work on Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, I remember a girl who was at the hotel, her and a housekeeper, she worked in the call center, he worked in housekeeping. Whenever she got missing, he'll come in to the front.
Yeah.
He ain't got no reason to be there, but it ain't uncommon.
Yeah.
And then she'll magically have to go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
The bathroom is downstairs. And she wouldn't come back for 20 minutes. And he wasn't on the floor for 20 minutes. And everybody knew what was going on. But the thing that made it crazy was everybody knew her husband. But we work at a hotel. Like,
kind of buried the lead there. I thought she was single.
Nah.
It goes back to what I was saying. Like, I'm not the cheater. They're the cheaters.
And like, it was crazy. And I remember, I don't know. I think COVID broke them up.
Yeah, because now you're stuck at home with your significant other. All right. What nationality was he?
They both was niggas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was bad.
I mean, I will say, like, the whole work wife thing. Right? My wife is not gonna have a work husband. Okay, like that. Don't play me like that. We're not doing that game.
Nah, we not. Ari Lennox, you have the worst self-esteem in America, but we're gonna start it off like this.
But like,
hold on.
The thing that pissed me off about Martin was how much he would go on Pam. Like, I know, like, and this is coming from a girl who loves, like, I love me a good, like, joking ass movie. And, okay. And it even when the joking movie is like, damn, like, that was fucked up. Like, you know, I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm honestly not, I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But like, but my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or like, I don't know, it's like, Pam was so fucking beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, like, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. You know what I'm saying? Like, of just,
I absolutely hate people that say dumb stuff and they follow it up with, you know what I'm saying? No, we do not. Because we actually watch Martin.
Yeah, the ideal of just throwing it out there that, like, yo, Martin was going in on Gina because she was dark skinned.
No, Pam.
Excuse me, Pam. Because she was dark skinned. I don't like when y'all retell history
like we wasn't there.
Yeah, like, especially when you live in this environment where it's very, very misandric, right? And it's very, very easy for everybody to just be like, yeah, Martin, like, are we about to sit here and be like, Martin, the guy who dressed up like a woman from time to time on his show, that now he is part of the oppression problem of women in this country that are dark skinned. Like, we have to nip this in the bud because you can't allow people to play with it.
Nah.
Right? Whatever issues Ari has with her complexion and how she looks, that's internal. Right?
Yes.
Don't push that over onto a generational black show.
And you told me what it was. Hey, I'm problematic. Hey, I was being fed this.
And don't retell the story. Like,
yes,
majority of us on the internet was there to watch Martin.
And we watch him how he treated Tommy.
Yes.
We watch him how he treated Cole. We
Exactly.
watch him how he treated Pam, how he treated his own wife.
Yeah.
We watch him how he treated his boss at the radio station.
Yeah.
Everybody got it on Martin.
Yes.
Only person who didn't get it was probably Bruh Man, because he was climbing in and out of windows. And like he was every 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, we was there for that. And also, maybe I missed it, just to give Ari some grace. I don't remember him talking about Pam and her skin tone.
Here's the thing. I don't even think that would ever been a case because to talk about Pam and her skin tone would have created issues about Gina.
Yes.
Being that she's high yellow, you know, as what we call it in our
Gina
community.
was the only person that was light skinned on that show.
Yes.
If you think about it, everybody else was dark skinned.
Yep.
Or brown skin or darker.
Yeah.
Like, Gina's the only yellow person on the show.
So to say that Martin encompassed some, identity issues that we have with colorism in this country, right? Like, tell your story, right?
Yes.
Just tell your story. Don't come and tell someone else's story and say, hey, you're just like me too. Right? Like, and this is why y'all get mad at me. Because I always tell y'all that, like, yo, everybody doesn't have trauma. So sometimes you come here with an issue and you're like, well, you should understand me because you experienced it too. And it's like, no, I've never experienced that. Right?
Yeah.
I'm willing to listen, but that hasn't occurred to me. That hasn't happened to me.
What was the girl who told you on Threads? Some of us have good trauma.
Yeah. It's no such thing.
Yeah, I was laughing at that. Cam Newton is fighting with everybody. Is Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback?
In the NFL right now, sure. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a really, really good quarterback. All right, and I followed him ever since Bama. I hate how Alabama did him.
They did him
so
dirty.
I love how he came back with Oklahoma. I was impressed that Philadelphia took him with a second round pick. So I love Jalen Hurts. Like, let's be clear.
Yes.
All right, but this conversation that Jalen Hurts is better than Cam Newton after Jalen Hurts just threw for like 2,900 yards in a full season, like, y'all got to chill. You got to chill.
We do got to chill. I love Cam Newton. First of all, Cam Newton is sassy.
Yes, Cam is very sassy, especially coming from a 2-parent home.
Yeah, but that's that Atlanta in you, though. And I ain't talking about Atlanta for it being Atlanta, but like, actually, I am.
No, that's fine. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah,
it's because he's from Atlanta.
Also, that has zero to do with your sexuality. Atlanta dudes are sassy.
Yeah. And again, I always tell y'all, I do like to disconnect, effeminization, sassiness away from sexual orientation. So I always, make a caveat like, yo, if a dude is sassy, like, and dudes don't need to be sassy. Like and that's always my point. Is that you could get your point across.
Now, I am going to backtrack on what I just said a little bit. Because there's so many gays in Atlanta, the straights be getting cooked down there and be talked too crazy, so they become a little sassy.
So they gotta go sassy
so they can defend themselves. Because nobody will cut you up more than a gay dude. So if you like, hey, I wanted the straights, you get a little sassy.
Yeah.
So Cam's a little sassy now.
Solid point. Point.
Like, and so I look at it, and I'm like, all right, you got Cam versus Gilly, Cam versus Ryan Clark. And it is what it is.
I'm with it though. Look, and here's the thing. I do think Cam is a Hall of Fame talent, right?
He is.
To say that will he make it to the Hall of Fame? That I don't know, right? He might be one of the guys that make it in when he's old, but no one Michael Vick started it, but it was done with Cam Newton.
Yeah,
Cam Newton changed, how we look at quarterbacks in this country all around, and he did it right before NIL, really, really hit. So you guys will be able to collect money from Cam Newton blazing the trail. Is he sassy? Absolutely. Is Jalen Hurts better than him? Absolutely not. And you can clip that.
Thank you. I will say this. So it says Cam has not officially retired, but his last game was 2021. I think after so many years, they automatically retire.
Yeah, but I think it's like 8-10 years.
Okay. So I say that to say Greg Olsen is up for the Hall of Fame this year. He a part of the finalists.
Yeah, Cam, like I said, I mean, an argument can be made against it, but an argument could definitely be made for it. Cam Newton is definitely more so into that. What's our boy that got in? Devin Hester realm, right?
No,
follow what I'm saying here.
Okay.
As in, like, he revolutionized the position to whereas the numbers don't matter, right? Like, Devin Hester wasn't a great defensive back. He wasn't a great wide. He wasn't even good at either one of those two things, right?
Well, you know what he could do.
But kick return though, right? He was the greatest ever.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at Cam Newton, when you look at a dual threat quarterback, I don't think Lamar Jackson, you could argue, is better than him now, but there's no Lamar Jackson without Cam Newton.
The 2026 candidates for Hall of Fame. Just tell me if it's automatic. Tell me if they're getting in or not this go round.
Okay.
All right, we're going to shoot it quick. Drew Brees.
That's tough. Pass.
Larry Fitz.
Yes.
Jason Witten.
Pass.
Frank Gore.
Pass.
Julian Edelman.
What? No. What the hell?
And Greg Olsen.
No.
LaShawn McCoy.
No.
Des Bryant.
But we are running out of people.
Yeah.
No.
Maurice, who's this?
Maurice Jones-Drew?
Nah, what is it? Pouncey?
Pouncey? Yes, absolutely.
The name's
Marcus Pouncey, yes.
Maybe he went by there, but it's Maurice on here.
Or Maurice, yeah. Well, I think they're twins. But yeah, whichever one is
the other twin ain't up here.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh center, absolutely, yes. He's all famous.
Pittsburgh. Yeah. Phillip Rivers.
Ooh, that's rough, but I think so.
He gonna have the numbers. I tell you that.
I think so. I think he makes it.
Steven, what was I'm not pronounced. Gronkowski. The kicker.
The kicker, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, and then Geno Atkins.
For the
Bengals.
Yeah, that's a DT. He might make it. I have to go look at his numbers again because that's when the Bengals really suck. So I didn't really pay attention to him.
You don't think Frank Gore gonna make it in?
I think Frank gets in eventually because of his duration and his numbers, but I don't think he gets in. Like you said, like right now, nah.
Not with this class. I mean, he's going up against Julian Edelman.
Yeah, I don't. That is wild.
He might. He gonna have the Super Bowls.
Man, no.
He got the MVP.
Bro, the dude got like 6,000 yards catching, bro. Like, no. Like, why is he even there?
I don't know.
Who he knows?
Somebody. Him and Dez Bryant know the same person.
Dez numbers might be more logical, but like it's so many log jam wide receivers that Dez don't have a shot making it.
Should the HBCUs cut a check for Cam Newton to do his own little version?
Absolutely. That will make it much, much bigger because here's the thing. I think Cam will make it interesting.
Facts.
And people will tune in. People will tune in just for that. Now, the football sucks for most of the schools.
Not most.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, so it's not fun to watch.
It's not.
But I think Cam having that show and then them clipping the good parts of the games and putting that together in one show and exposing us to those schools, those bands, the traditions, the history, the rivalries. I think that's something that we really don't know. Like, we're from the South, so right, I kind of know that State and A&M has something. Yeah, right. Yeah. I know that Howard and Hampton has something.
But the black people in LA don't know.
They don't know that. They don't know that. So I think that would be really, really good. I think it's an excellent idea.
Yeah. I laughed because you said something about where black people are located.
Yeah.
So I went and looked at the map and how much it's changed from the 60s to now. And like I first saw the one from now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, it is no black people past Texas.
None.
Like, Texas and up.
That's it.
And like there's like, even though we think LA it's gonna be a lot, it's barely something out there.
I think they say LA. I think I was shocked at the number, which is why I think I remember it. I think they say only 6% of LA's county population is black people,
bro. And then I was looking, I'm like,
that's half usual.
Bro. And I was looking, I'm like, some of them states, it's just pure white. It's like no black people there at all. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But yes, and then of course in the 60s it was way worse. But I was like, yo, I think it'll be a great idea. I hope they had the money for him.
Yeah.
And I hope Cam understands. Now, I am of the mindset of our communities be having the money. Sometimes we try to hoard it.
Yep.
But this is one of them opportunities where if you get Cam, you can bring this back. We need to bring back, you know this, when BET used to do that HBU college tour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they was like, this is, even though it's a different season, but maybe you put the college tours in the fall.
The Southern Bayou used to be on television every year, right? And what was that? Grambling Southern.
Yeah.
And that was a big, that would be on national TV.
Yeah. And we need to bring that back because like now, kids are now learning about HBCUs more and they are more proud about it and everything. But it's like one of them things where it's like, yo, getting them thinking that, hey, we need people to think that if I'm a black kid, I need to know as much as I know about Chapel Hill. I need to know about A&T in North Carolina. Like, hey, I'm growing up.
Or Central, which is right there, which is a direct response to Chapel Hill
in the hood. It's shot over there.
Yeah, it is in is it Durham?
Yes, in Durham.
Yeah,
can't even make the joke because they will shoot. Who's getting old? Oh, Dion getting old, man. Dion, I hope you much love to your recovery. I hope you get better. The Browns is being finicky with your son already, making it known that, hey, we didn't pick him and we gonna see what we should have did.
You know what? Somebody said, and I think they were right. They said that was the owner basically telling the other owners that, hey, the GM made this pick because it was obvious that everybody had decided not to draft them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So which means that the owners had a little group chat going.
Oh yeah.
And they don't want that group chat subpoenaed.
Nah.
So they were just like, he was just like, hey, that wasn't me.
Yeah, it's nasty work. Shout out to Carucci being over here with Dion. Because I like Dion in here, Christian, I ain't gonna say nothing about the age difference. Plus I love Carucci and Claus.
It's not a huge age difference. She's 38, he's 55, 56.
Oh, that ain't bad. Never mind. 17.
Here's the thing, right? Carucci, I think a lot of us remember Carucci as the young lady that dated Chris Brown. And I think we forget that was, 15 years ago? Maybe 10. Maybe 10. But it might be closer to 15. So I think a lot of us still remember.
Damn, Carucci, you old, baby. Damn, she fine.
She's still a good looking woman. And, you know, and low key, I hate what I'm about to say here, but none of the ladies are still here. This is about what a 38-year-old woman would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to, 38-year-old woman is probably going to be dating a rich 50-something-year-old guy.
Yeah, it's 19 years. Not something. You know what? I do my length of weirdness shifts once the woman is close to 40. I will say that. Because
it should be like over 30 though. Like, you still think 30 is like young? That is not young, bro.
I know, but I'm saying like, she 37.
Them eggs got to start getting cracked real soon after 30.
Well, if you 37, they passed. They fried. You good.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I mean, we do in this country need to, especially if we're going to keep talking about birth rates, we do need to start being like, hey, after 30, the level of difficulty has now increased.
Oh no, I'm talking about just the age gap on the man you dating. Yeah. Like, so like I'm looking at her, she 37, he 50, 56 or whatever. That don't sound weird to me as much as I'm 27 and he's
46.
Yeah, I would be looking at, even that don't even sound that bad, but whatever. I'm very finicky, Baraka, on this.
I am not turning down Tyler when the pod takes off.
Well, she's annoying.
I don't care. I'll deal with it.
I'll burn that bridge for you before I get there.
Pod takes off.
Hey, Ocho said we're going to the Super Bowl.
Ocho, you know what? I wanted to disagree with him, but Chad made a lot of great points. Wide receiver room is good. You got the coaching staff coming back for the second year. O-line actually graded out last year, even though y'all didn't look good. But I'm going to just probably say that's because Bryce and me are the same height. So it probably is hard for me to make you look
Bryce,
good.
Bryce grew like 6 inches this summer.
We better hope. We better hope.
Or we should have took Shador.
So I get it. Running back room is really, really good. Chad made some good points, man. I was like, I don't think Tampa Bay was good last year, and I'm not a Baker Mayfield truther. So I think Tampa Bay could take a step back. I do believe Atlanta's going to be good, but I don't think their defense is going to be great.
Yeah.
But Michael Penix, I think, is a real deal, and they have some weapons on offense.
Saints might take a step back.
Yeah, Saints are going to be the worst team in the league. They trying to get Arch though, so.
As they should.
That's killing me getting Chris Olave though in my best ball drafts, because I'm like, he's there and I'm like, he's good, but I'm like, I know the Saints. I 100% know the Saints are tanking.
Absolutely, and that's the only people. It's only 4 in our.
Yeah, it's only 4 in the division. So I was like, yo, real talk. And I know y'all think I hate the Panthers. I don't. They just suck. It's a terribly ran organization. But no offense to the billionaire that's in the city with me.
Who is what organizations ran worse, Hornets or the Panthers?
Ooh.
And man. I don't like the NBA players coming out saying Charlotte's the worst ran organization. That hurt. Even though we know that in Charlotte, like when they say it out loud, I'm like, now nobody's ever coming.
Yeah. Oh, man.
We got to become Golden State with the drafted.
Shit. And I really love going on. I don't know. Whichever one sponsor us and tell us we can come to the suites.
Oh, let's pick the Hornets because I might have something for us.
They're the best. The other one, not as good.
Absolutely, man. What you got planned this weekend?
Not much, man. Hey, we're trying to work on the event. Like I said, August 15th. Make sure y'all in the space, in the room. If y'all know anybody locally that y'all think we should invite, hit us up in the DMs at Black Dads Club on Instagram. But I don't really have too much planned, man. I'm trying to get some golf in, man. If I'm being honest.
Is Gray into like monster truck stuff?
He Not is. Really. We've always been. Is it going on this weekend?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be at the Speedway.
At Speedway?
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking road, but he don't like cars like that, and I don't want to go, but my friends want to go.
I'm gonna tell you, if y'all do go, make sure y'all get the earmuffs before y'all go.
Okay.
100%. Like, do not skip on those. It is loud as hell, and the kids hate it, and they sell them there for like $20.
They should, as they would. It's crazy.
So make sure you get the earmuffs before you go.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I did a wedding last weekend in the summer. I mean, in the outside, it was 101 degrees. It was high. Everybody, I will say this. I love couples now that know their friends. And so they was able to tell their friends, yo, it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Nobody got to complain. We all know it's going to be hot. And nobody complained. Yeah. Everybody knew it was hot. It was fun. It was a fun time.
Did they have like the reception there as well?
Yeah, the reception, but that was the coldest room I've ever been in my life.
So
maybe it's because it was hot, but the reception, we went inside, it was cool. I don't know how I feel about vendors drinking. The DJ and his girl, they had so many drinks. I was just like, yo, y'all know y'all working, right? Like every time the DJ's girl went to the bar, she came back with a drink and a shot for both of them. So she would come back double fisting. And I'm like, damn, sis, like, y'all working.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't get drunk. I mean, if you working, I do see, I can see you partying to be like, hey, I'm gonna have a drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, you probably should like have like, I don't know, 1 an hour, beer.
Yeah.
Take it easy. You probably shouldn't be taking shots.
She was taking shots. I was like, it got so bad, the bartender looked at her like, bitch, you working.
Because you don't want to ruin somebody else's moment and you're getting paid by them.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Look, man, I want to thank everybody. Please make sure you show up August 15th, 6 o'clock. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be in there laughing, making jokes. Mike will be outside potting with y'all in real time. He allowing y'all one debate per person.
Hey, man,
5 minutes apiece.
It's gonna be a great time, man. Y'all come through. Ladies, cocktail attire. Actually, I should put that in the event, right? Gosh. Ladies, cocktail attire.
Now you telling ladies what to wear. See, they about to tear you up.
You controlling. You're controlling.
See, and that tracks.
It's just a just a suggestion.
Look, man, and with that, we're gonna holler at y'all next time.
Holler at your boy.